CRIMEX wins again. I posted a video yesterday that aged like hot milk in the Mojave in the height of summer. The one entitled RIP COMEX. Well, spoiler alert, reports of their imminent demise are greatly premature. To be fair, when I created it, the print for 73 million ounces of open interest being rolled in one single day, those weren't out yet. And at the time I posted it, there were 188 million open interest ounces against 87 million registered ounces with only 2 days to go until first notice. But then earlier today, which to be clear is Wednesday, February 25th, 2026, March open interest rolled down to 115 million ounces against the same 87 million ounces. So by all rights, COMEX should have bought the farm. But it's now obvious from the 73 million ounces that just rolled in the Tuesday print that came in today that March is likely to somehow settle cleanly. So it's unbelievable, flabbergasting. It was the best escape this side of a chain-caged underwater Houdini, except in this case, the audience was rooting for COMEX to bite it. But they didn't, again. And so COMEX, seriously, hats off to you. Impressive. You have the ability to escape near certain death, and it's spectacularly impressive. The way you can somehow and consistently change rules, up margin requirements, encourage cash settlements, halt trading, and that happened today. It's impressive. And your arm twisting ability is completely second to none. And you know that scene from Goldfinger where Bond is on the table and Goldfinger is just menacingly looking at him? Bond is done. Everybody, you know it, I know it, he knows it. Goldfinger is just looking forward to it. And so it's that scene where the lasers cut the table all the way up to his, family jewels. And by all rights, Bond should buy the farm right there. But somehow, inexplicably, he not only gets out of it, he wins. And such is the case with COMEX. So how do they do it? It's impressive. Let's look at it. Here's how. COMEX has more lies than a stadium full of cats and more tricks than a Las Vegas magician's convention, a well-attended one. And so if ever there were a perfect day where the stage was set for the perfect storm of supply scarcity rudely meeting industrial and real-world demand need, Friday, February 27th, 2026 was it. Oh, and layer this in too. Something else absolutely insane happened at 12:15 p.m. Central today. I think I might have mentioned it. CME halted metals trading. Some sort of hooey about a technical glitch, and it minimally affected their stock price, less than 2%. But that was the least of their concerns because their gambits are working for now. So I recant. CME will not die in March. Perhaps May, but not March. They will settle cleanly, no matter how dirty it got behind the scenes. Supply is still draining and demand is still rising. And in case you didn't hear, in Mexico, who supplies like half of the U.S.'s silver, cartels are now stealing silver and threatening silver miners, further disrupting our supply to a point where it's now, I'd say, even a national security concern. So here are those details. 10 employees working for Vancouver-based Vizsla Silver were abducted from a gated residential compound near the company's Panuco project in Sinaloa. So in the ensuing weeks, Mexican authorities confirmed that at least 5 of these 10 workers were found dead. The others are still missing. The workers found themselves caught in the crossfire of a vicious 18-month civil war within the Sinaloa cartel, and the Los Chapitos and Los Maiza factions battle for territorial control over the real estate that contains the world's most critical mineral reserves. So you got that? The cartels are now positioning themselves to be in the mining business. Even the cartels want to stack. The El Mencho hit is starting to make a lot more sense. And I mean, why else now? He's been operating pretty much hands-free, hands-off since 2009. So this is further tightening the already dire global supply of silver crisis. So after the El Mencho hit, violent retaliation across multiple Mexican states has followed, paralyzing highways, grounding commercial flights, and forcing massive logistical disruptions. So for mining operators trying to extract and transport physical metal, operating in this environment requires pivoting from geological operations to a military-backed inventory control and logistical operation. So to understand why this matters to the global economy, you have to look at the math. Mexico is not just a participant in the silver market, it's the hub. The country, which is by far the largest silver producing nation on earth, routinely producing nearly twice as much volume as the second largest producer, China. So when Mexican supply lines sniffle, the global market gets pneumonia. This Mexican cartel situation comes at maybe the worst time for commodities buyers. The silver market just completed 2025 by recording its fifth consecutive structural supply deficit. According to Silver Institute, and I realize that's a potentially dubious source, but according to them, the cumulative shortfall between 2021 and 2025 has wiped out approximately 820 million ounces of above ground supply. And let me say that one more time. I'm not sure that's fully sunk in. 820 million ounces. Do you know what that means? That's like a year's supply. And the issue is production is just all of this is going to keep the ruse going a month, two longer. How much longer can it keep up? So while CRIMEX wins again and lives to successfully deliver March, the question remains, despite all their tricks, and they have so many, and despite all their rules changes, and they're getting hard to keep up with, and despite all the backroom shadiness, there comes a day when supply scarcity must meet growing real-world demand need. It's just not likely to be March anymore, maybe May. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. We'll stay on top of the story and be good to yourselves. Take care of yourselves and each other and build that stack.